report summary, obviously a shortened version this time due to the preparation of the annual report. Hopefully the annual report, which is the important document, will be with you within the next 3 to 4 weeks for a draft anyway. Yeah, happy to take questions, but most, I would say all of the issues in here have been spoken about before and well canvassed, but yeah, happy to talk more if necessary.
Any questions regarding the Chief Executive's report? Right, can I have a mover? Thank you, Councillor Jollins. Seconded, Councillor Park. All those in favour, please say aye. Against, carried. Thank you. Item number 5. Ms. Chloe Walker. Afternoon, Chloe.
This particular item is a mechanical rerun. So we received the final statement from our 5 and 6 shareholders. We have given feedback on the original feedback on these, and these are the final copies that have been adopted by the actual council.
I'll move. Moved by Councillor Park. Any other views? Councillor Krasowski?
Just as I was not part of some of those discussions, just have a question as regards to the Taupo Airport. Because it is a statement of intent, should we not be signalling the potential fact that there may be a change in shareholding? Because this goes for 3 years.
The initiative in regards to any change in shareholding will come from the Crown, and at this stage the conversations we've had with the Crown are no different to the conversations we had with the Crown 3 years ago. It's getting to be how long is a piece of string as to any time frame, and on the basis that there are other airports ahead of us in the queue as far as any action that the Crown may be taking as far as joint ownership. There is nothing of any significance that we can put in there from a knowledge base.
So it's unlikely to occur in the next 3 years?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's been moved by Councillor Park, seconded by Councillor Jollins. Thank you very much. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, carried. Item number 6. Mr. Nick Carroll. Nick, would you like to just quickly introduce your new co-worker there? Sorry, I've forgotten his name, just escapes me already.
Pleasure that I introduced Mr. Hadley Campbell. Hadley's just joined my team recently, as in yesterday. He's coming to replace Tara, who's taking a very similar role in terms of so we'll be seeing lots of him in the coming months. Probably this will be around we can talk about developing and talk about the but as the main change as well. So yes, we'll see lots of Hadleys.
Great. Oh, welcome aboard, Hadley. I hope you enjoy your stay. You come up from the capital, so you'll bring all that necessary information with you. So I hope you enjoy it, and we're all here to help you in any way we can. So welcome. Thanks. Thank you, Nick.
Item 6 should hopefully be fairly straightforward. You're required to sign a triennial agreement with the other councils in the Waikato region. You'll remember the aerial waterland item where you approved a draft. A number of the other councils have some changes which they wish to make, and those have been suggested in the track change version. As you will have noted, those are pretty minor changes.
Councillor Park.
Oh, sorry, Nick, just, I know this is a mechanical item, but just purely, when we had a discussion the other day about significance as an engagement policy, how are that future document and the triennial agreements going to sit, are they going to sit side by side, or will there be a merging, or?
They'll sit by side, so you're still required to have a triennial agreement. That's essentially a discussion, an agreement about how we as councils within the region talk to to each other about issues. The significance and engagement policy is very much a policy which belongs to us and our district. It's about how we interact with our community. They complement each other rather than.
Okay, thank you.
Just on that, I too have some growing reservations as regards to a number of different documents that we are signing up to, some of them which are now starting to have overarching, overlapping and duplicating type of scenarios. And I raised, for argument's sake, on 5/14 and the Waikato Mayoral Forum in 2012, the second sentence, it says an additional work stream for bylaws and policies, which going on from Councillor Park sort of raises some issues as regards to the number of different, like Bockless, we're having some policies, we're having some policies. I just want to be sure that we are not getting into too many different organisations that are potentially doing the same sort of work and duplicating resources, our times, and perhaps diminishing also the grassroots democracy. That's the point I want to make.
Point noted from my perspective, and I'm sorry through the chair, I'm constantly aware of that as an issue. Obviously our staff resources are tested in many different directions. So we have staff that do attend in both the Bay and the Waikato, but we tend to only commit to one side when it comes to a specific project being delivered, and therefore we avoid duplication rather than get dragged into duplication. But it's something we constantly keep an eye on.
Thank you. Any other questions or queries of Nick? Thank you, Nick. Okay, we're going to suggested resolution there. We'll have a mover, please. Thank you, Councillor Stewart. Seconded by Councillor Jollins. Thank you very much. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Against, carried. Item number 7. Bylaw reviews. You again, Nick?
It's me to finish off.
Yes.
We had a workshop back in June where we discussed the changes to traffic bylaw, the water supply bylaw, and the bylaw. This item simply allows us to go out and begin that speak with consultant procedure that we require to implement. The anticipation is that we'll advertise that on the 1st of August and close meetings on the 1st of September. We'll move on to hearings next week beginning 22 September. The other thing that we are looking for as part of this resolution is an ad hoc committee to be set up with 3 councillors, just the same as we managed the last set of bylaw reviews.
So if you own a dog, is a conflict of interest, is it? Or?
As long as you don't take it to whakaaro, you should be fine.
Yes, the part.
Just in relation to the other time that we did some bylaw reviews, could we not just use, and I apologise to my Fred committee colleagues in advance, but not just use the Fred committee again rather than an ad hoc?
You could, although I would point out that while the control of dogs bylaw that's Fred committee's scope of interest, the traffic bylaw and the water supply bylaw may have some wider ramifications for council. So you might want to think about your mix of councillors to sit on that rather than potentially just Fred committee.
Chairman, can we go through each bylaw separately than jumbling them all together?
Does that elongate the process?
Bylaws together in terms of a consultation process and hearings process, because that's quite efficient and effective. It certainly saves a lot of time in terms of officers' time, hearing reports, and particularly.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman. What I was meaning was, can we do with each? If we've got points in every individual bylaw, I understand what you're saying. That we can speak to each individual bylaw. So we start off with which is the first one? Dogs.
Yes.
Councillor Hickling?
Yeah, I'd support Councillor Park's suggestion of probably joining into the Fred committee. I know I'm chairman, but I can't see of just setting up a new adult committee. We're all councillors. Why not just if it needs the, sorry, what are they? Yeah, broadening, well, do we need to do that?
The resolution will do that.
The resolution will do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, that would be my suggestion.
Number 4 of the resolution just changed to the Fred Committee.
Appoints the Fred Committee to undertake the hearings.
Yeah.
Deliberations.
Are you happy with that, Mr. Carroll?
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Councillor.
Okay, so take it number 4. So change that. Could I have a mover, please?
Nice.
Amended resolution?
Yep. Is that all of them?
Yes, all of them. 1, 2, 3, and a new 4.
There's 5.
Don't worry, I've got a toy here to make sure.
There's 5 on the
Committee, yeah, but 4 is 4.
Oh, sorry.
Bring that out.
I believe Councillor Park moved it and Councillor Cousin seconded. Thank you very much. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, carried. You right with that new wording? Okay, item number 8.
Chairman, I'm sorry, I thought that to move those changes. We haven't done, I've got some comments to make in regards to the water bylaw. Well, there's a few questions I need on the bylaw. We've got that debate on the extraordinary use. There's comments about filling swimming pools. What's temporary supply? What's the water unit? Is it going to be 1,000 litres as a unit?
Where are you? What page?
721.
Oh, well, that's 719. And Mr. Chairman, or Your Worship, could I refer to 7/22? If you remember when this was brought up, if you look at the bottom of 722, 9.63, faulty and inaccurate metres. I made the comment that the last sentence should read that customers shall not be charged for the meter is inaccurate. The previous document had accurate. I've proven to be correct, so thank you, Hillary. There are a couple of other issues. Prevention of waste. We've been discussing this, meter flows and restrictions. And it's interesting, in the old document, the word WSA has been used consistently. In this document, it doesn't, except for 9.7, where it actually mentions WSA. What's WSA? Because previously it had the word council.
WSA means Water Supply Authority. It's old terminology. We tried to shift in rewriting this and trying to make it easier to understand. We moved from a Water Supply Authority to council. So I think it's what we picked up.
9.7 uses the word council. The old document said WSA. 9.88 refers to WSA again.
Yeah, and I think that's the situation where we haven't picked up that change.
Oh, sorry.
So thank you for that.
Your Worship.
Yeah, okay. Item number 8. Council engagements. Tina.
So there's been some changes since this was done. You'll notice that there's one on the 5th of the workshop for the 10-year plan, which you've decided to cancel. So you need to remove that. Got no other changes to the engagements.
Those dates and times are all logged in. So the 5th has been removed.
And then it's got
5th of Motor Art and Marine at Great Dixon.
And then we've got some professional development opportunities there. So there's the LGNZ webinar, introduction to the LTP, which is, there's 2 days, the 13th and the 15th, here in Taupo, so that's for both elected members and staff. If you just let us know whether you want to come to those, that would be good. That doesn't necessarily need a formal approval. The other two are LGNZ ones in terms of LTP rating, which is going to be held in Wellington on the 22nd of August. Cost is $680 to attend both of those. They're both half days, and changes to the RMA in Napier.
Julius, Chairman.
Yep. Okay, Councillor Cousins.
Just the LGNZ webinar, that cost is just, that's for the whole office.
Yep. Yes. Yep. So the more people that come, the least it costs per person. And then on 8/2 appointments, so there's a couple there. One's Youth Awards, which is scheduled for mid-September, and normally there's an elected member who's appointed the chair of the judging panel. There's about 6 categories in the judging, and this person would have to be on all of those panels, and then on the final one. What we've been doing the last few years is, because of these come from a lot of the schools, we've been getting outside judges from Rotorua to come in and do the judging because of the connections with schools. So preferably whoever the member is, if they could not have a connection with any of the schools in Taupo, that would be good. The second one there is the Healthy Rivers Project. So again, there's a forum on the 23rd of October, and 2 councillors are invited to attend that forum.
Councillor Cousins.
Just in regards to those councillor youth awards, what's the time frame that's involved in it?
I think it's quite reasonable amount of time. It's quite involved. You have to read through all the applications for each of the categories, determine the winner, and then have a look at the main category. So,
sorry, do they interview? When I was doing it, we interviewed each child as well within our category.
Do that now.
They don't do that now?
It's just on the CVs.
Right.
Pretty sure they don't, but they do. You've got to go through all the things.
Through them all, yeah.
But that, I did it about 6 years ago, so that's a while ago.
Yeah, I did it.
Councillor Park?
Just to add to what you said, Your Worship, before they banned parents from being allowed on the committee, I sat as a judge 1 year, and it's quite time intensive, and the CVs there's a lot of entries. So
it's about 150, I think, last time.
It's quite an amazing experience.
It wasn't so involved, they do it.
Okay, all right. What was the last one? Healthy Rivers Project. What's that, Dina?
So this is, I suppose, looking at, I was asked to put this on, so this is looking at a forum. I mean, maybe Nick can help me a bit more with this one. Thank you.
Very quickly, we have variation 5 put through in relation to the regional plan and water quality issues for the lake. The regional council is now basically rolling out a similar program of change for the Waikato and the Whai rivers. They're packaged together as Healthy Rivers plan change. They're taking a very collaborative approach to the development of the plan change, trying to get some real buy-in amongst those communities. As part of that, we've set up a number of stakeholders forums, and while they've started, they're still reasonably early on in the process. So this forum is about getting the stakeholders together, making sure there's an understanding about what those issues are, and they're really conscious that you as elected members need to understand what those issues are. So as I say, quite early on in the process, very collaborative. It would be quite important, I would suggest, to have elected members there so you can come back and bring those messages to this.
So it makes sense for our lake management committee or whatever it's called, those same councillors perhaps.
There are definitely some synergies.
Okay. All right. So we'll go back to. So thank you for that, Tina. Now, so who would like to attend the webinar on the 13th and 15th of August? That's on Taupo. Councillor Krastowski. Pardon?
No, thank you.
Councillor Stewart.
Two, isn't there?
Yes.
There's two. Anyone else?
And what an hour
No
each?
apologies, I'm away on the 13th.
Yes, yes, just to clarify, 600. This is not first cost.
Or that council.
Fixed cost, yeah.
More people in the room, the better.
Okay, cool. So at this stage, Councillor Krastowski and Stewart have indicated their attendance.
You can just go for the one day, just to be both. I can go on the 15th.
Yep. And what about
Tina add me for the 15th?
And it'll be the 15th.
And what about the Wellington finance models, LTP and rating? The LTP, is that how we do an LTP? Because we're sort of on our way with our LTP, aren't we? So. Anyone want to go?
So the workshop for the LTP will include the components of an LTP, the importance of having a robust financial strategy in place during the development of an LTP and understanding the role and purpose of an infrastructural strategy. And the rating one is the principles of rating, options available, the process for developing new rates and disclosure requirements.
Is anyone interested in that?
Through the Chair, I'd be interested in attending. I just need to confirm my diary.
So we'll put you down.
Is that okay?
Anyone else? Okay. All right. Thank you, Councillor Jollins. Okay, so that's that part. Now, judge for the youth awards. Councillor Harvey, I indicated some interest in this.
It sounds great, but I don't. It's all the time.
You been? Bernard? Okay, cool. Bernard's happy. Councillor Krastowski's happy to do it. Anyone else? Just one required, Tina? Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Councillor Krastowski. And councillors, the Healthy River, I think, yep, John and Maggie. All right, we'll move all that on block. That's all right. Councillor Park, thank you. Moved. Secondly, Councillor Maggie. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Carried. Thanks, Tina.